Previously on Kung Fu Maintenance, air conditioner overheated in the night.
See if we got 220, which I believe we do. I think we've just gone out on thermal overload on both and everything. And the AC behind me doesn't sound good either.
Yep, so that AC malfunctioning behind me kind of freaked me out, set me off on a morning mission the following day to fix as many of these on this roof as I could to eliminate that one roof of call-outs. So thought I'd share that with you. The one noisy one, I'm going to put the repair on a separate video as I needed a part for it, but here's the rest.
Okay, figured I'd check my other units while I'm here. Try to prevent callbacks and maybe eliminate at least one roof at a time. And mine's call out, just preventative maintenance kind of puts the things on your schedule instead of, running around chasing emergencies. So let's take a look here. This is a fairly new unit, maybe 2 years old, 2.5. Earlier the unit was running. I reached out and the line set was cold. The suction side nice and cold. It does not have a hard start kit on it. I actually prefer hard start kits. I think it takes a little bit off of the compressor and the capacitor. This is most likely a 40/5. First things first, we're going to discharge the capacitor, bridging the leads. Capacitor holds the charge in it even after the power is disconnected, so we're going to common to Herm and common to fan, and that'll do it. This is our common, here's our Herm, and here's our fan. So on this particular capacitor, the common has more ports on it, which makes sense, as there's usually a lot more wires going to the common. It's usually a good idea, or a good way of kind of indicating what the common was if you weren't sure. And of course they put that right where the 40/5 is not showing up. There we go. And it is 40/5. So I'll just write it in the box rather than repositioning. And turn it back the way it was. I'll write it with a Sharpie. Contactor looks like in good shape. So 40/5. 40/5. I'm waiting for a delivery of more 40/5, so hopefully it's not out of phase. I don't have them. But I can send some up on this roof. And these roofs, I have to use an extension ladder to get up here. Maybe it's a good idea to eliminate any, do some preventative maintenance. 4.84.
That's good.
And common to 39.27. So that's good. So, and our fan is good too. 4.85. So we can tell that one's our fan. It's a 5 microfarad capacitor. They do write them on the top here. A lot of times you get dust and stuff. Sometimes just a little finger swipe after you've pulled the power and discharged your capacitor. And anyway, this one's our fan. Usually, the C is right there, and the Herm is right there. So put the Herm there. It's the yellow one, and then the fan is the brown one all by itself. Okay, and now's the common. And I'm going to be adding a hard start kit. In my opinion, it just takes some of the starting initial, it pulls a lot of power when it first starts up, and that initial feel over time is harder on everything, on the capacitor, on the compressor. So I add a hard start kit. In my opinion, it helps minimize the effects. So go grab a hard start kit. Okay, so here's our hard start kit, and here's the common. I usually take the one with the extra little lead on it and put it on the common. And then the other one, we want it to go to Herm, so that's our yellow Herm wire back there. That's the start wire that goes to the compressor. And when you don't have a hard start kit on, the way you can usually tell which one is the Herm or the start wire is it's usually all by itself. So different manufacturers like to use different colors, and make things difficult. But that's the story there. Okay, and this one I'd like to hang here. Twist. Alright. Okay. There we go. Now we're ready. Everything should run good for much longer. Plug my disconnect back in. And you can manually push in the contactor and just make sure everything starts good. Fan motor spin in the correct direction. We're all set there. Put my cover back in. That'll be that. Yay, another air conditioner. Preventative maintenance. Just checking. It's nice to know. I'd like to eliminate having to get up on this roof in blazy summer. So button this up and then check the next one. Okay, next one. It's also a newer unit. It's older than the other one. Oh, this one has a 35.5. Definitely older than the other one. Different style. Capacitor looks a little tired. No hard start kit. Gonna pull the deal. It was really quiet though. This one was running earlier and I reached out, felt the line was good. Oh, we're missing a Schrader cap there, so I'm gonna add that. Just keeps dirt and stuff from getting in there, and it's a little more professional. Okay, so now we'll discharge our capacitor. Calming the Herm, calming the fan. This one, I can't have any 35.5s with me. Hopefully it's good. I just kind of get up under there with my screwdriver. Okay, so we'll check our microfarads. Let's take a look here, common to Herm. 33.26. So do the math there, 5% of 35. Let's check the fan first before. .0, it's bad. So we've got a weak cap, hasn't gone out yet, but it's, you know, it's getting there. So I need to make a 35.5. Go grab my bag and we'll change it out and add the hard start kit. And we'll have to move the strap. No big deal. Okay, having the parking lot redone today, so that's why you hear all the noise in the background. So here's a new 5, and we got a 35, and we're just going to make a capacitor. The good thing about this is the 5 is the most often one to go out, and by doing this it'll make it easier for me to maintain, in that I maintain parts for a lot of units and a lot of different size capacitors, and just, you know, having the most common one available is a little better for me. Might not be better for you, but it's better for me. And there's just different ways of keeping everything going, and that's how I'm doing this one. So I've got an old hard start kit somewhere, and I have a new hard start kit somewhere else. It's constant battle keeping the bag organized. Constant, I tell ya. And I just had the hard start kit that I'm talking about. It has disappeared. So we got our 35, we got our 5. We're going to need a cable strap for the 5. Kind of empty out my bag in order to locate what I'm looking for. There it is. Okay, there's the hard start kit. I'm actually going to need another hard start kit. I used my last one on the other deal, which means I have to go on a journey. Yay! I found my laser thermometer. I've been missing this puppy forever. Alright. Well, it's a good day. Pays to clean out your bag. I thought I had lost that one for the longest time. I was not able to find it. Okay. Well, need a 35.5. So I'm going to show you how we make that. We'll take a common wire and link it to one side of the fan, and then the brown fan wire, I'll just go to the brown fan wire. I need to go grab that hard start kit. Just need to make a jumper wire, so I've got an old hard start kit here. I'll junk out the wire from that, and I'll strip it here, and we'll crimp a nice new end on there. Just gotta avoid losing any strands when you're stripping wires. That's the important part. And using a good crimper definitely makes a difference. This one is labeled on the tool. This is I like this crimper tool. See, it's got the 16 and the 10s for the color. And it just makes a nice solid crimp. So there we go. And so we're just going to jump this to the common side, which for a single cap is any side, but this side will now be the herm. And this side's the common. So we'll make that work. And I will grab my, well, I can get this hooked up first. So we got to loosen this strap, and we're definitely going to be moving it over. So I'll just go ahead and take it out. It tells you right on there, 35.5 plus or minus 5%. So here's our new deal, which we're going to move here, and we're going to anchor in right here, using the hole right there. That'll work good there. And then this side is going to be our herm wire, and then this side will be our common. Okay, wire connection's nice and tight, and then we're going to have our fan right here. Fan wire is going to go here. Okay, and we'll cable strap that in somewhere nice and convenient. You can even use, I'm using the hole right there. Now I'm just going to add my, tighten this up, and then I'll just add my hard start kit, and we'll be able to hang it right to the front. Alright, trim this off. Hard on the feet and the legs, I tell you. I might add another cable tie here. Just because how it likes to pull this one a little sideways, and I like it to sit and behave. So there's that. Okay, we'll grab my hard start kit and get it done. Okay, grab my, what was that? Hard start kit. But anyway, it just goes to common and herm. And I like to use the one with the extra little peg on it for the common side. And the other one for the herm. Okay, and then we'll hang it here. I'm going to write 35.5 inside there. Make it easier for someone in the future. 35/5, 35/5. All right, now we're ready to run. Plug it back in. We've got our fan. All right, make sure our fan's spinning the correct way, and before I do that, I pulled a little deal off this thermostat here.
I know, I said thermostat, but I meant contactor. Dyslexia.
You won't be able to see the little deal. There we go. Now I can start it manually by pushing in the contactor. First plug in the disconnect. There we go. And we'll make sure our fan spins the correct way. Oh yeah.
Start right up, nice and quiet. Good to go. Okay. This one I can put the cover back on. Just be real careful here. Okay. Just a little dust cover. Okay. And now we can put the regular cover back on, and this one's good to go for the summer. Yeah, just to show this capacitor one more time, now that it's out and a little more in the open. $33.27. And 4.05, so it was weak, ready to go out. So spared myself a service call or a call out. You know, just put it all on my schedule now. Undo. Okay, let's check out this Mitsubishi unit. This one years ago, it had these like idiot lights, like, you know, that would tell you what was going on. First thing to malfunction was that. I did a video on that. It's just funny that sometimes the things they make for diagnostics or whatnot, there's the old adage that less is more, and in this instance that was definitely the case. It's a nice looking unit. Mitsubishi. Got a good wiring diagram. It's actually holding up really well. Looks like they put some thought into the design. There's that control I was telling you about, and I had to just bypass that because that was the first thing to malfunction. A hard start kit. I wonder if they tell you the capacitor size on here. Dual cap, but they don't tell you. I think that would be nice for, you know, AC companies, is just to add that information. But most of them don't. There's a few. There's a few that add the information, but few and far between. Some customers that add it on. Look at our capacitor. Pull the disconnect first.
discharge the capacitor. The capacitor holds the charge in it even after the power is disconnected. And as I've been telling you, many manufacturers use a different colors. So this one, most likely the blue is our fan. And it is. See, Herm, common, and fan. So it's the yellow Herm wire. That's kind of good to get that straight. Okay, it's got a hard start kit on it. So it's at 35.5 here. So I'm going to pull the wires. And we've got orange and red going for the common, blue for the fan. And pull the hard start kit off. Okay, let's position our wires where we're not going to mess up our reading. Take our microfarad reading. And we've already discharged it. Okay. So let's see. Common and Herm. Looks like I might get a good connection here. Let's see. Let's get a better one. 37.9. It's moving around a little bit. 38. Okay. Let's check the fan. That's a more common one to go out. 4.65 is just barely weak. I'm gonna split this to a dual cap or to 2 single caps and put a 5 since I don't stock these 35.5s, and since it looks a little rusty and it's I just don't want to have to get up on this roof. And I see a little bit of a bulge in the capacitor, so alright, go grab that. Ooh, unit just tried to turn on. Okay. Yep, so thermostat just called for cooling. Contactor sucked in. We've got a new 35 and 5. And we need to go pretty quick. Here's our new one. Show you the new 35. .24 and the new 5. .99. Okay. And so I need a jumper wire. Somewhere. Gonna need a cable strap. Got a piece of wire. Fairly thin. Rather have something a little bit stronger. That's the way it is sometimes. this one's not anchored at all either, so I'll be adding a strap of some sort. Okay. Here's the herm. Here's the common. Now I'll just need the fan. Fan jumper wire. See, everything's holding pretty good over there. Just need a little jumper wire for that thing. Sometimes you need what you need. The fan's actually not bad, but just need a piece. So I'm going to take it from the common fan wire. And just going to, it's already got the white stripe, so it's kind of fitting. Got one bead. Okay, I was able to find the lip here, and this is fitting because it's already correctly color coded to be the fan common, which it is. It's got the brown with the white stripe, so that's kind of cool. Crimp this connection on. A nice solid crimp there. And that's going to be our common wire. Okay. It's in here. That'll work good. Connections are nice and tight, and nothing's moving around there, so we're all set there. I'll go ahead and plug it in, and contacts are sucked in, they're already primed for, so I know we're good there. Actually, I'm going to just verify the cover will work good so that I can get that back on once we're going. And I'm going to go ahead and start it and take an amp draw reading. So set it to volts amps and plug in the disconnect back in. Here we go. Set it right up. Compressor wire. Guess I should have found that first, huh? Motor. Can't really get in there. Oh well, guess I'm not taking an amp draw reading. We're getting nice and cold. Capacitor's all new. We're good to go.
And motor's spinning in the correct direction.
Preventative maintenance. Alright. Reset my cover. And we'll be all set. Okay, one final unit to check on this roof. And this roof is done. So, at least in theory, roof won't bother me anymore. That's just a theory. Oh yeah, many rounds with this unit. Okay, I'll pull the disconnect. And we're going to discharge the capacitor first. wire connections are nice and tight when they're finished. There's our 45, and then there's our fan.
Any loose connections are a place for heat to build up, and that's what causes premature failure. So that's what we're here to fix, and it will
Slide the fan back in after. We're just gonna test it. Okay. Microfarad reading. Let's see how our fan's doing. Fan cap is 4.66. Just barely out of phase.
4.75 would have been good.
And cap 31.79, so that's a little weak too. So I am going to change them while I'm here. I'm going to make sure the contacts are all tight. Is what it is. Okay, went through a lot of capacitors today on this roof. But we're going to have a better summer. So I'll measure the new ones and show you the new ones. Here's our 35 at 5. Here's our 5 for the fan. .03 and the 35 34.42. Okay, so here goes our fan wires. There's that one, and where did the other one go? Right here. Okay. And I'm actually going to hang this in a better spot. I'm going to hang it right here. Put a what do you call it? Strap. I don't really like leaving them on their side. It's just a pet peeve. I mean, I do it when I have to, but it's not my favorite place for them. So I've got some cable straps. Through another hole right there. Pull it around. And I'd say I'd be in like Flynn, but at the moment Flynn's out. So yes, there's a saying that's not going to work for anybody anymore. Not that I believe necessarily did anything wrong, don't know. The investigation's still going. The whole thing's silly to me and all that, but anyway, that is another story. Just can't say in like Flynn anymore. That's point. I just thought it was funny. Okay, there's our fan cap, and now for our regular cap we have our common. And I want to make sure all these are nice and tight. Common arm's going to go by itself on one side. Hard start kit. Oh, okay. Strapped. It's nice and tight. Nice and tight. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm not. Okay, we're ready to run. Okay, and hopefully this unit will behave for the summer instead of gone so many rounds Many rounds. Alright, go ahead and plug the disconnect back in. Push the contactor in manually. Verifier. Our fan motor did not start. So we're missing something. Okay, re-pull the disconnect. Oh, I see it right here. Yeah, I'm not going to start without that. So, going to discharge capacitor. Anytime you re-plug the unit in, got to discharge the capacitor. And it looks like this is a common. And that one's a little loose. So I'm going to just tighten the lead down here. I believe this was kind of the source of our problem because it was loose. Okay, and this is why I double check these things. Okay, so now I'll plug it back in. And now I'm going to give it a few minutes to equalize, and I'll just gather up my garbage. The compressor doesn't have a hard time starting. I had so much trash, I'm going to have to grab a trash bag and make a separate trash machine for this roof because that's what it is. Alright. The pile. Compiling the pile. Okay. Got this Maytag unit just rattling just a little bit. Sometimes it's just little stuff, just the right pressure in the right spot, tightening down in the right spot, and a little piece of paper put in the right spot, you know, folded up piece of paper. But a loose screw, just the little things. To quiet down a noisy grill. See that? Right there. Silly, huh? There we go. Nice and quiet. Okay, so I've had these things sit for a while. Now I'm going to make sure our fan motor starts up proper. Here we go. Oh yeah! Spin in the right direction. There. Beautiful sound. Alright. So this roof is done. A lot of preventative maintenance. Just make it that much better with summer. Hopefully one less, you know, a few less call outs. Found some weak capacitors. Things run better. The capacitor is kind of like a timing belt on your car. It's going to change the way things run. Actually like a resistor that limits the electrical current, changes the phase of the electrical current into a specific pulse pattern that keeps your unit, you know, kind of like timing. It also assists the fan motor to start. Anyway, done deal. Thanks for watching. Thanks for maintenance. And our other unit with AC temperature. Good to go.